Hello there, it's Tuesday Museday around the world, and here I am sitting outside, and it's not so cold today, so I thought I'd get a little bit of a different scenery for you, with the lovely trees behind you and everything. Now, I didn't know what to talk about. I had no idea, so I put this question out to all of you. Give me something that you would like me to talk about. And you came up with a few things, so I picked one out, and I thought, that's a good subject. Let's talk about all the wonderful dogs and cats that we've had in the family. And the very first dog I ever got from my home, our home, was a dog called Cheb. And I was in Yarmouth during a show, and I met some friends over there who were the Springfields, Dusty Springfield's family, and they were raising Dalmatians, and they looked beautiful animals. So I'd buy one, and I called him Cheb, and we took him to London, where we lived in St George's Hills, and he was quite the animal, because he would leave the house and go down to John Lennon's house and steal some food from his front door, which was kind of funny. John got upset, but I didn't think he minded too much about that. Now the next beautiful species animal that I got was I didn't know what to buy my wife for Christmas, so I went shopping, and I went to Harrods. But right before I entered Harrods, there was a man outside selling dogs. So I thought he had a couple of beautiful pug animals, and I thought, oh, they look so cute, so I bought them from him, and I took them home, and I gave them to my wife, and she said, we can't have any more animals in this house. And then I said, okay, but after 5 minutes she was cuddling them and loving them, and I thought, okay, in that case, I better take them back. She says, you dare, don't you dare. She loved them after that. Bangers and Mash, of course, was named after an English meal called, it's called sausage and potatoes. Okay, so that was that part of that story. And then we had a lot first of all, I'll talk about the first German Shepherd that I ever had, okay? And that beautiful dog was called Bonnie, and Bonnie was trained by the police, and she was just a great animal. She was very protective, very loving, and of course she got on very well with the kids. And then we had several German Shepherds after her, and she was like the matriarch. She taught the others how to behave and how to protect, and etc. And they were great company for my wife when she was doing her garden, and she loved playing with them. She loved playing with the dogs, and of course I would have to tell you that we had a lot of rescue dogs, and they're absolutely loyal. They're very loyal creatures. If you love animals and you look at these rescue dogs and you think, that one's for me, they will really look after you and protect you, and you can love them, and they will love you. These dogs were called Tess, Chelsea, Yuki, Chico, Indy, Katie, and they were such great animals. Great, and great company. Wonderful. Then, of course, we had our... Did I talk about... No. Did I talk about... Yeah, I talked about the Bonnie. Bonnie, but I didn't name all the other dogs, did I? The other German Shepherds' names were... Bonnie was first, Bella was second, Nonnie was third, Shandy and Heidi, Tawny and Kelly. All wonderful, big, beautiful German Shepherds. And they were very loving, and I can't tell you the memories we had with them. They were just beautiful. And then we had some cats. These cats were at the Pink Palace and with us, and we adopted the two animals when we bought the house. One was a black cat we called him Tubby Dorsey, and the other one was a little cat that was born at the Continental Club in Hollywood, so we called him Cece. And then there was Missy, another lovely, beautiful little cat. And then, let me tell you this little story. Oh yes, at the Pink Palace, we also adopted a big, I can't remember the name of this. You ever seen these big, huge animals that are 200-300 pounds? Well, this one was called Zeus. He was huge. You know, the ones that wear the big tubs. They save people's lives in the mountains. Anyway, it was called Zeus. And when he stood up over my head, I tell you that. But he also had one of our pugs in his mouth. And I had to take him out, but the pug was okay. Everything was fine. And a little bit dazed, but it was okay. Okay. The other thing was, this is a lovely little story I'd like to share with you. We had a couple of Jack Russells. And of course, we called them William and Harry. And they were always fighting. So we had to separate them by bringing one of them to America with us, you know, whenever we stayed here. So we brought Harry to America. William stayed in England and Harry was in America. Now this is a couple of decades ago, you know, so I'm just saying the story, how the story goes. And it's a cute story, but they're absolutely wonderful, wonderful animals. And I hope you've enjoyed my story about my animals that we've had through our lives. And I'll talk to you next week, probably on something else, but you can always send me some ideas, okay? In the meantime, stay well, God bless you. And remember, I love you, okay? Bye-bye now.